talking about this guy, Andrew Schulz. Don't like him at all. He's just one of them pompous kind of white dudes that doesn't like to see any other race even say anything about their own people or their own struggle, their own come up. He's one of them who he literally thinks, yeah, it should be all about white. Because listen to his silly ass reasoning, and then I'll give you my commentary as to why it's silly.
Charlemagne is the perfect example of victim mentality, and he demonstrates it clearly during this argument.
But no, you're not listening. Okay. And it started to drive me crazy. I'm making the argument
that all black people are from Africa.
No.
You just said that.
African American is in some ways oppressive because it acts as if the black people that are in America, right, aren't just Americans. They're from Africa. Asian Americans, African Americans. Why is it the white people just get to be American and then all these other people are Mexican American, Asian American, whatever? What I'm saying is...
They do say white American.
Oh my God, you're not listening again. The reason why it's oppressive is because white people just get to be American and everybody else gets to be this word American.
That's not what you were saying.
No.
Oh, I can't wait to stop it. This guy is so retarded. White people are so annoying sometimes. Oh my God. Like, imagine the audacity. These motherfuckers are such fools. It is ridiculous. And my annoyance is black people never know how to check these people, man. You just sit here and you just laugh everything out. Let me get this shit moving. Like, fuck. Imagine the audacity. He's that kind of white boy that he's one of them who feels like if another culture is complaining about oppression, he wants to be able to say, well, me too. Like, are you fucking kidding me? That's the issue with white people. White people, for some reason, and it's because nobody has held them accountable to their history. White people, for some reason, are the only ones oblivious to their history. The fact that he doesn't even understand who is the one who set it up where you guys get to just be Americans. That's what he's not realizing. That was intentionally done. Because getting to say that you're just an American, period, gives you full ownership of America. If you gotta come and saying you're an African American, you're an Asian American, you're a Mexican, it means you're not full American. You're a Mexican who's Mexican, but yeah, you're just growing up here and taking advantage, and you have the privileges of America. You're an Asian American. It's like, don't get too comfortable thinking you're a full American. You're an Asian American, meaning you're an Asian, bitch. Don't get it fucked up. You're an Asian first, nigga. You're not an American. You're Asian, but we'll let you be from here. So you get to claim American too, but you're Asian first. You're an African American. Yeah, we don't give a damn about your history. No, you're not American. You are still African Americans. Yes, African Americans let themselves go by being identified as blacks. But on paper, it's African American. And that's intentional. Because the minute you start to say you are... This boy out here complaining about it's oppressive, and it's like the audacity. White people can't wait to say somebody is being oppressive to them. They are the most oppressive fucking people, psychotically oppressive, but they cannot wait to say how oppressive somebody else is, though. That's like, tell me you're guilty without telling me you're guilty. You just want other people to be in the boat of oppression with you. That's all this is. You want other people in the boat of oppression to swim along with you. Because white people did that intentionally. Because guess what? If we had to start referring to white people as European Americans, not whites is no. If we had to start referring to you guys as European Americans, guess what that does? It releases a little bit of that power, because now it's like, okay, people can start to identify you as belonging to somewhere else. You no longer get full ownership of America if it is understood that actually beginning, you guys belong somewhere else. Y'all are the ones that strategically removed yourselves from having to be identified as anything European. Even though that's all white people are. All they are Europeans. That's all white people. They're not Americans. They are Europeans. So technically, they too should be called European Americans. But they're not going to call themselves that. Nigga, that's a notch down. That's a step down from power. To have to call yourself and now identify as a European American. This silly ass white boy, Andrew Schulz, talking this. Ask him if he wants to be identified as a European American. Ask him that. If he traces his roots, he knows his family, your great grandma, grandpa, whatever is from some European nation, but he will sit here and say white. White is nothing. We don't refer to Asians as yellow people. We don't refer to Mexicans as brown people. Black people are the ones that stupidly allow themselves to be referred to as black, and that's intentional. Because white people, that's a notch down for you. They have removed your humanity by calling you an African, and now they've just identified you with the Crayola color. Calling white people, European people white you see how it's a difference. It's an advantage if you call white people white, because then they get to hide in the world and not have to return back to Europe. They want people just thinking they're really from America when they really are Europeans. So for them, yeah, they will hide under the banner of white because it still gets to be American. So that's a bump up for white people to just be labeled as white. It's a bump down for black people to be labeled as black because now you've removed them from Africa. And now they think they're just they think they're Crayola colors. On top of that, you're in a land that, like, man, it treats you like you ain't shit but a color out of a crayon box. They don't put any humanity behind you black people in this country because you've let them remove your humanity by identifying you from somewhere of substance. Instead, you say you're a black American. Where the fuck is black? An Asian American, Asia is, that big ass continent? Yeah, that's them. Mexican American, yeah, you know where they're from? Yeah, that's them. Where is black? It doesn't exist. So for him to sit here and be like, oh, it's oppressive. Like, oh my God, I can't stand him. He's so stupid. He's one of them white boys that really doesn't like black people. Really doesn't. He wouldn't want to see a black person come up. He wouldn't want to see a black person doing well unless it's like a soft ass kind of white boy, soft ass kind of black boy. But a black dude who's really standing on business, the kind that would intimidate someone like him, he won't support that kind of a black man because he's fully invested in this American nation. He's fully invested in this like concept of white. I don't want to say white superiority because that's a little too strong of a word, but he is fully invested in not believing that black people should even be fighting for anything. So he's one of them that would try to prove, well, black people are racist too. No, black people are not racist. Black people respond to the racism. Now they have a response system. So if you do meet a black person that you think, oh, they're just racist off top, that's just the skin that has had to be developed living in this country through the years because of all the racism that has been coming to them. Black people are not racist. They didn't wake up one day and choose this world. White people are the ones that woke up and chose this. So now you see a black person defending or saying something, or who doesn't like white people, they're not racist. They're just reactive to their environment. But this is the kind of white boy that he will want to feel equal. Because he knows black people are greater. He knows that. And he's the kind of white boy who doesn't like black people for that. He wants to feel like he's the great one in the room, the great white man. I've watched several of his shows or podcasts or whatever to know a little bit of his personality and demeanor. And nah, this nigga ain't shit. He a little silly ass, pompous little white boy, little white kid that I don't want to once again use that word white superiority, but he's one of them who would be in a room full of black people and would probably think he's the greatest one in there. He wouldn't want a black person fighting for anything about freedom or whatever, because to him it's like, who are you guys to even think you should be fighting for anything? That's why he can come out here and try to speak about black people oppressing white people, talking about it's oppressive. What kind of silly ass white person is he here talking about you guys are oppressing me? In what time in America ever have black people ever even had the opportunity to oppress a white person? Never. There's no period of time in America that a black person can suppress or oppress a white person. That's not the language of America. So this was such an irritating argument for him to really be thinking he was delivering and really thinking he was standing on. To say that saying someone is an African American is oppressive to him. Like, how stupid. Your people set that up. Your psychotic, murdering people set that up. So they could have full ownership of America, and anybody else who wants to come into America, absolutely not. You don't get full ownership. You are a Mexican American. You are an Asian American. You are a black or an African American. You're not just an American. That's reserved for us privileged white people because this is our land. That's the mentality, but he's too stupid to realize that because he's that kind of silly ass white. Oh, I can't stand him. I really can't. He's just a tool. He's like just that corny ass white kid. He's just corny to me, man. I just saw this video and had to react to, once again, white people not knowing their history. Nobody has ever held white people accountable. That's why they come out here very comfortable saying this stupid shit, because they want to feel like they've been oppressed. They don't want to feel like they're the only monsters and psychopaths on the planet. Nigga, ain't nobody oppressing you people. The only ones oppressing on planet Earth are the ones that match this little nasty skin tone.
America, you're assuming racism. And your prejudice is you're racist.
Charlemagne.
Did I not just say? Did I not just say? I didn't even finish the short. Did I not just say? He the kind. White people will be here thinking they want to not feel alone in their evil, so they will want to accuse other people of being racist. When, nigga, no, your people are the only racists. Everybody else is simply just reacting and responding to the evil that your people did. That's why white people can't wait to call somebody else racist yet, and that is because nobody has made them feel like shit for what they have done. Ugh.